UW-Milwaukee is a public institution in the city of Milwaukee, and we have somewhere around 25,000 undergraduate students. Right now, about 3,000 new freshmen that come into UWM each year, and roughly speaking, about half of those need developmental math at some level.
Students, even if they're art majors, social work majors, who don't need a lot of algebra in their major, they still have to take algebra courses. So it's hard for instructors to watch them having such a miserable time and knowing they're not going to use the knowledge in their future.
So the pathways kind of came about from that standpoint, allowing students to make a choice sooner, actually at the developmental level.
This was one of our overall goals, is to really try to shorten the amount of time that students end up spending in developmental mathematics. The first one is an algebraic literacy pathway, which is a very, very traditional pathway that starts at the sort of beginning algebra level and then progresses then into the intermediate algebra level. And then from that point, students can go into chemistry, they can go into business math, they can continue on into sort of the pre-calculus sequence.
So in the algebraic literacy courses, we always start the class with a review. So students get a chance to ask questions from the previous class. And then we would have a short lecture. The thing they like the most is that they get to practice immediately after my lecture. And then the instructor knows what students are struggling with. So that makes the classroom more interactive, and also there's better communication between students and the instructor.
If you're not understanding something, you have group partners that can help you out and better understand it, because there's more than one way to do everything.
So I just come in, I work with my group, I do the worksheet, I turn it in, and then I feel ready to go and do the online homework based on the lesson we had that day.
So Alex assesses each student constantly and gives them just the right homework to do. So teaching is more adaptive to my different student levels too. So it makes me feel much more effective as a teacher.
The second pathway is a mathematical literacy pathway or quantitative reasoning pathway, and that one is designed for students who don't necessarily need algebra for their careers. So we're talking about students in the arts, students in the humanities.
It's going to encompass a lot of discussion, a lot of explanation. Alex actually will be our online homework component for the course. So we picked a 75-minute class period so that we could use group work in class and more of an active learning environment. And the skills that they practice on Alex will be actually used in the classroom for application problems.
So our third pathway then is a flipped Alex pathway. And that pathway is designed for two purposes. First of all, to help those students who come in needing a fair amount of developmental work before they're ready for college level work, and help them meet these deficiencies that they might have in their understanding of math very quickly and very effectively.
The flipped classroom is a model where students watch their video lectures outside of class instead of sitting in class and taking notes. They take notes outside of class, and then when they come to class, they actually do their homework.
So they can work there at their own pace, watch the video as many times as they want, come to the classroom, asking questions, so they feel that classroom time is used more efficiently and effectively.
They traditionally are registering for a 6-credit course. It's a combined basic math and beginning algebra. If they finish the content of those two classes before the middle of the semester, they can accelerate even further and then start with intermediate algebra and finish intermediate algebra that same semester.
So in fall 2013, we ran a pilot. Of the 50 students, 85% of them actually ended up advancing from the developmental math course in one semester.
I would recommend Alex to other students, mostly because it just, like I said before, it just helps you get everything you need down. It doesn't allow you to just guess your way through it. You actually have to put in the effort, and it really does help.
I think the student will have the perception that we really care about what they really need for their majors, and we really want them to succeed. So they have the option of taking the math literacy pathway or algebraic pathway or the flipped classroom pathway. We do everything we can to support them, encourage them. We understand where they are, and then really help them succeed.